In the summer of 1925, a small town in Tennessee became the center of a national debate, one that questioned how Americans understood science, religion, and education. This event became known as the Scopes Monkey Trial, one of the most famous court cases in U.S. history. Despite its nickname, the trial wasn't really about monkeys. It was about evolution and whether it had a place in America's classrooms.
In the early 20th century, Charles Darwin's theory of evolution was gaining acceptance among scientists. However, many religious Americans believed evolution contradicted the Bible's creation story. In response, Tennessee passed the Butler Act. This was a law that made it legal for public schools teachers to teach evolution. Anyone who violated this law could be fined.
John Scopes was a young high school teacher in Dayton, Tennessee. In 1925, he agreed to challenge the Butler Act by teaching evolution from a state-approved textbook. Scopes was arrested, not because the town was outraged, but because local leaders wanted a trial. They hoped it would bring attention and tourism to Dayton. They succeeded far beyond expectations.
When the trial began, reporters flooded the town. Vendors sold souvenirs, the courtroom was packed, and two of the most famous men in America faced off. On the prosecution side, it was William Jennings Bryan, a three-time presidential candidate and outspoken Christian fundamentalist. On the defense was Clarence Darrow, a legendary lawyer and defender of civil liberties. The trial quickly became a symbol of larger conflict, modern science versus traditional belief.
In a stunning moment, Darrow called Bryan to the witness stand, not as a lawyer, but as a Bible expert. Darrow questioned Bryan about whether the Bible should be interpreted literally. The exchange exposed tensions between faith and scientific reasoning. Though the judge later ordered the testimony removed from the record, the moment captured national attention.
After 8 days, the jury delivered its verdict. John Scopes was found guilty of violating the Butler Act and was fined $100. However, the case didn't end up there. In 1927, the Tennessee Supreme Court overturned the conviction on a technicality, but the law itself remained in place.
The Scopes Monkey Trial did not settle the debate over evolution. Instead, it exposed the deep cultural divisions that still exist in America today over religion and evolution. It raised important questions. Who decides what is taught in schools? How should science and religion coexist? And should education reflect belief or evidence? Nearly a century later, these questions remain relevant.